Well, hi YouTubers, I'm back with a 365-100 books, and it's Circe by Madeline Miller, the Orange Prize winner, author of The Song of Achilles. Result, well done you, congrats. Right, read the blurb. In the house of Helios, god of the sun, and mightiest of the Titans, a daughter is born. But Circe has neither the look nor the voice of divinity, and is scorned and rejected by her kin. Her isolation leads her to discover a power forbidden to the gods, witchcraft. When love drives Circe to dark a cast spell, vengeful Zeus banishes her to the remote island of Alia, where she learns to harness her occult craft. But there is danger for a solitary woman in this world, and Circe's independence draws the wrath of men and gods alike. To protect what she holds dear, Circe must decide whether she belongs with the deity she is born from, or the mortal she has come to love. Breathing life into the ancient world, Madeline Miller weaves an intoxicating tale of gods and heroes, magic and monsters, survival and transformation. I loved this book. Oh my god, I devoured it. Sorry. You know when you read a book and you can't put it down? I just tore through it. I absolutely adored it. I thought it would be a very, very long, heavy, ponderous read. It's 333 pages and it is just magnificent. The way Madeline Miller describes the worlds of the immortals. I'll put that down for a second. The thing is, this is a book about immortality in 300 pages. But it's developed, it's not rushed. There's a subtlety, a kind of beauty and eloquence to every single word. How Circe herself kind of sees herself, and us mortals seeing Circe would see a beautiful woman, but she thinks herself as very kind of plain and ugly. Circe is kind of like the bridge between humanity and the deities. And I absolutely love her. She's not perfect, she is flawed. She kind of has the beauty of a woman, but the arrogance of the Titans, and I loved her. She's not perfect. She's stubborn, she's arrogant, she's prideful. Oh, she's magnificent. The way she describes her humble shack, which is basically a goddamn kingdom, okay? And everyone who walks into it is kind of blown away by the beauty of her home, but she's kind of like a bit dismissive of it. She learns how to harness her own craft, she learns how to weave. She basically also learns to provide for humans. But once again, not perfect. And the way she describes it, even the way this book opens, okay? I absolutely adored, okay? This is a, well, I guess Olympia. At my father's feet, the world was made of gold. The light came from everywhere at once. His yellow skin, his lambert eyes, the bronze flashing of his hair. His flesh was hot as a brazier, and I pressed as close as he would let me, like a lizard to noonday rocks. My auntie said some of the lesser gods could scarcely bear to look at him, but I was his daughter in blood, and I stared at his face for so long that when I looked away it was pressed upon my vision. Still, glowing from the floors, the shining walls, the inland tables, even my own skin. What would happen, I said, if a mortal saw you in your first glory? He would be burned to ash in a second. What if a mortal saw me? My father smiled. I listened to the draft pieces moving, the familiar rasp of marble against wood. The mortal would count himself fortunate. I would not burn him? Of course not. But my eyes are like yours. No, he said, look. His gaze fell upon the log at the fireplace side. It glowed and flamed. It fell as ash to the ground. And that is the least of my powers. Can you do as much? Set at those logs. I could not. Excuse me. So, even the way her birth, that she grew in infancy in hours, told her a few moments. There was no concept of time in these books, and I absolutely loved it for it. Oh, basically, so Circe screws up, okay, big time, and Zeus banishes her to Aya, okay, and yeah, it even has a little map of her home. It's beautiful, 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 beautiful island where she learns to harness the animals and wolves, and I kind of get on with life. But it's weird how the more famous figures of Greek mythology, Perseus, Zeus, Hermes, they Jason, they always seem to kind of drop in on her life. It's kind of like the spectator to the greatest moments of Greek history or Greek mythology. And it is just so amazing how it's done. Now, the reason why she gets banished, and I must confess, the time for her to get banished in a 300-page book, it's essentially she finds a mortal, she turns him into one of her, into a, gets him to stay, breathes life back into him, and he rejects her to marry Circe, okay? And then Circe curses Circe, and I am not going to spoil that, but I was like, yes, okay, I still like Circe, alright? This is the most friendship zone ever. So, this guy, Glaukos, right? Is this? I have loved you since the first day I saw you sailing, I said. Cicella laughs at your fins and green beard, but I cherished you when there were fish guts on your hands and you wept from your father's cruelty. No, he slashed his hands through the air. I want to think of those days. Every hour brings some new bruise upon me, some new ache, almost weary, almost burdened and weak. I sit at councils with your father now. Do not have to beg for every scraps. Nymph clamour for me, and I may choose the best among them, which is Cicella. The words struck me like stones, but I would not give him up so easily. I can be best for you, I said. I can please you, I swear it. You will find no more loyal than me. I will do anything. Yeah. How fucking brutal is that? That is just so brutal. So, when Circe does, and the things with Circe, just think Game of Thrones, that's inevitable. When Circe does what she does, it's awesome. Okay, I'm not going to spoil it, but it's awesome. But it is quite interesting seeing the spectator of the best moments of Greek history. The Minotaur is in there, the history of the Minotaur, and also seeing the gods. And the arrogance of these gods and titans is so hysterical because they look down on humans quite sorry, they look down on humans quite a bit when they are just as bad, if not worse. Okay, honestly. So, yeah, basically the titans and the gods are a bunch of goddamn hypocrites, okay? Or a bunch of hypocrites. Now, further along, okay, no, I don't know if I'm going to read this out because it is a bit of a spoiler, alright? No, I'm going to read this. I'm not going to say anything more of it, okay, but there you go. And I'm not going to say more about this because it is spoiler territory. I did not go easy to motherhood. I face it as a soldier face the enemies, girded and braced, sword up against the common blows. Yet all my preparation was not enough. In the months I had spent with, I thought I'd learn some tricks of mortal living. 3 meals a day. The flaxes, the washing, the cleanings, 20 swaddling cloths I cut. I believed myself wise. What I know of mortal babies. 20 cloths got me through the first day. Thank the gods I did not have to sleep. Every minute I must wash and boil and clean and scrub and put to soak. Yet how can I do that when every minute he also needed something, food and change and sleep? That last one always had the most natural thing for mortals, easier breathing, yet he could not seem to do it. However, I wrapped him, however I rocked and sang, he screamed, gasping and shaking until the lions fled, until I feared he would do himself harm. I love that. I love that. Until this moment, Circe's viewed herself arrogant when it comes to mortals and lies, and now, okay, she's got the most mortal thing of all, her own son, okay? I'm not saying who the son is or who he belongs to, okay? Those who actually know the Greek mythology, you probably know this anyway. But, yeah, I just love that. Just watching Circe's development from, I just believe, a really, really pathetic god, okay? Who basically is begging to be loved, alright? To her transformation as a goddess, a witch, a mortal woman. It's an immortality, but it's also character development, which, in comparison to the other gods that you see, okay, dropping in and out, they don't actually have that as well. There's this nice kind of difference between Circe's being punished for what she did, but at the same time, she is becoming a better person overall. I don't want to spoil this book because I loved it so much, but I really, really do recommend it. I absolutely loved it. So, this is a recommended read, and it is just the eloquence of Madeline Miller, her eloquence and pacing and her beauty and her description. The thing is, a lot of books like this are over-described. But the thing is, as we're seeing all this from a single person point of view, from Circe's point of view, there is also a cold detachment to what we as humans would love, to what a god would love, and it's kind of intermixing. So Circe I read as a very, very detached character, but the detachment was justified due to her status. Brilliant. So, Circe by Madeline Miller. Recommend this book, honestly. And congratulations on winning the Orange Prize for the Song of Achilles, which I'm going to read eventually. So, love this book. Love it. Recommend it. And that's it pretty much. So I'm here, YouTubers. 365 100 books here. Goodbye now.